What's good, everybody? Peace and love. Shout out to all the gods out there, all the goddesses out there. Shout out to all the people of knowledge. And even the haters. I want to shout y'all out because y'all motivate a person to try to always make it better for themselves. I want to say that, first of all, I haven't been out here in a hot minute in terms of videos. I'm not a video person. I'm still learning this stuff, and I'm doing this with my regular phone. I'm not into elaborate equipment and microphones and all that bull. I don't have that. All right? I've been getting a lot of flack, if you want to call it that, from suckers commenting about, oh, you religious, you're a man of God, why you cursing your videos? Because I fucking want to, that's why. Because God gave me the ability to pick and choose what I can do with my mouth. All right? Remember, Peter walked with Jesus and denied him 3 times. I sure as hell don't think I'm going to do that, but you know what? I might. Just like you do every time you lie, every time you fornicate, every time you wanted to hurt somebody, put some stupid comment on his page. You know what you was doing? Evil. Okay? You're not edifying nobody with your stupid commentaries. You're not bringing knowledge, dropping wisdom on the table. When you come on my page, you better drop some knowledge or make a question that's relevant. If you don't, the beauty of it is I delete you. My page, my rules. It's that simple. That's what I like about this YouTube thing. I ain't got to sit there and look at this nonsense. I go delete that shit. If I feel like responding, I might respond and whatever. But at the end of the day, look, all this bullshit is what it is. Everybody that knows me personally or has spoken to me knows I only talk about what I know. If I don't know about something, I'll tell you I don't know. So let's get back to business. First, everything I tell you, none of it is legal advice. All right? None of it is for you to do anything with it. You choose to do whatever you want with the advice I say, things you learn, or whatever. That's on you. You got to make that choice. Man up, woman up. Stop trying to look for outs. I want to shout out certain people that I've been learning from on YouTube or in other venues that I believe have a lot of knowledge. I don't personally agree with everything they say. So just because they might believe that, that soda bottles are made by aliens and, they brought it here. Hey, listen, if that's what they believe, cool. I don't. So I want to shout out certain people. I want to shout out EEON. That guy, EON, a master in understanding a lot of this stuff. That's the kind of guy I want on my corner if I was in jail right now. A dude like him. That's a guy that knows his stuff. So if you want to learn a lot of stuff, go to EON's channel. Enlightened Luciferian Prince. For those that's trying to do their paperwork. That's the dude that knows it. He don't charge no money. He ain't popping no junk. He ain't talking about you got to buy my package and all that other stupid shit. None of that. There is no package, people, for you to find freedom. You got to make your own package. You got to go do your own research, your own knowledge, and so on and so forth. And it's a process, and it's forever. You ain't never going to get completely out of this loop. This is something that's constant. It's like working out. If you don't work out, you lose the muscle over time. You lose your strength. You can stop for a week or 2, but you ain't going to be sitting around for 6 months eating how you want to eat and think you're going to go to the gym and push the same weight you did last week. Ain't going to happen. All right? It's a simple thing. So a lot of people keep hitting my comments about hit me up over here, call me, email me, because you want like a piece of paper that you can just fill out and send it to a court, some kind of templates or whatever. That doesn't work. That by itself doesn't work. This is like me giving you a weapon. If I gave you the weapon, just because I gave it to you don't mean that you're gonna kill Goliath with that. You gotta work on your aim. You gotta work on your weapon. You gotta shine it, oil that gun right. You gotta know how to. You gotta go to the range. You gotta practice. You gotta embarrass yourself. You might miss that target all the way around the first time, but you know what? That's like working out. You couldn't lift 150 pounds, so you did 80, and then next week you might do 100, and next month you might do 200. You gotta work on this. So I need everybody that keeps hitting me up talking about just give me the paperwork or What do I do? And they think it's a simple thing. There is no one answer for this. You must learn. You got to get books, Black's Law Dictionary. You got to get Bovier's. That's minimum. Books on understanding paralegal stuff, books on understanding processes, affidavits, the simples, the ABCs, those sort of things. Like, there's a guy, Liquid Theory. I got to shout out Liquid Theory. Liquid Theory has a channel called Liquid Theory. Look it up on YouTube. He has a lot of knowledge on the basics about going to courts and processes, how to introduce evidence, how to make a motion, how to file this, how to file that. That stuff is necessary. In itself, by itself, it's not going to win cases. But you need to know it so that when you go there, you don't look like a buffoon in front of that so-called judge or attorney, whoever it may be. All right? You want family law information. You want stuff on child support and the illegalities of it and why it's unconstitutional and how to fight it. You got to check out our man Osiris. Our man Osiris is the God of law. He is the man with that. Does that mean that if you buy his package, because he got a package, does that mean that if you get his package that, you're just going to walk in a court and walk out? No. Because look, some of these judges, magistrates, or, these third-party interveners, some of them, they don't give a shit if your stuff is right. Now you got to go to a higher court. You got to go to the feds. You got to go to the state Supreme Court and file a grievance. And you better have the right way of introducing that. Because the first thing that you're going to get dismissed on, listen to me carefully, the first thing that these judges, these so-called judges, are going to dismiss your case on is failure to state a claim for which relief may be granted. Listen to that carefully. Failure to state a claim for which relief may be granted. Don't believe me? Ask. Ask people that have gone to court with this stuff. They're going to tell you that they're not even going to look at your case. They're going to throw it out. So you spent the money, you did this, you got all this paperwork, and they ain't even going to listen to it. Why? Because you didn't do the proper claim. What do I mean? If somebody punches you in the face, that's an assault and battery. Are you going to go to a DMV court with that and say, he punched me in the face? No. DMV deals with DMV. They don't deal with assault and battery. They don't deal with, with a crime in that sense. If you got a banking issue in Chase Bank, are you going to go beef in, Bank of America and say, this check is no good, it's a Chase check? They're going to look at you and tell you, this shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not Chase. So you got to go to the proper venue, the proper court of that jurisdiction with your pleading, as you want to call it, which I don't like to plead for nobody, but with your claim. Because men make claims and make orders. We don't do pleas. We don't plead anybody. But if you want to be technical, Your Honor, I'm here to make a plea of whatever, hey, listen, sometimes you got to play that role. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So yeah, a little break right there. You know what I'm saying? Phone call. So long story short, I want everybody to understand that, we're in a struggle. We're in a struggle against a system that's corrupt. Whether it be the child support shit. Nobody's supposed to tell you what to do with your property. My son or daughter, that's mine. That belongs to me. I created it. I control it. You don't tell me how many spoons of sugar I got to put in my milk, in my coffee with my milk or whatever, right? How the hell you going to tell me what to do with what's mine, what's physically mine, my DNA? You want to tell me, you got to feed him that much, or you got to do this, or you got... No, that's the problem right now. Now, if you want to be a sucker and get told when to get up, when to take a shower, what time you can eat, how much you can eat, that's called jail. Then you be a sucker then. Go to lockup. That's what you deserve to be, an animal in the pen. That's why they call it a pen, because only the animals are in the pen. Are you a man or an animal? I don't know, some of y'all manimals. Y'all men, sometimes animals in another time. So to get your status corrected, meaning to be a man before anything else, you got to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing to try to stop this? Are you really trying to study? Because some people come in here saying, you got to study ain't one way. Yeah, you're right. But what are you showing anybody? If you're not showing them a book, or you're not telling them what books to read, or you're not telling them what channel to go look at for something, or just offering them at least a positive vibe, because you're not coming over here with a positive vibe and trying to hold the man up and say, listen, man, get up, come on, we got to fight. then you just coming over here blowing negative energy. You can keep that shit over there. That's why you're a failure. See, I'm successful. I've succeeded in life. I'm still here, and I will continue to succeed. I got some bumps in the road that I will overcome. It won't be easy. Nobody said it would be. It never has been. Just like working out ain't easy. Getting up, doing an hour of pushing iron, and eating a certain way, and not eating all the junk out there. Like, you know, I like this. I got to stop it. But I slowed it down to that little bottle versus that 2 liter I used to rock. That takes sacrifice. It took energy. It took me to say, all right, I had enough of this. So when some of y'all out there, crybabies, get enough ass kicking, then you're going to figure it out. There's a person right now I know going through some situation, a housing situation. They getting jerked out a certain amount of money. They went to the lawyers, and the lawyers is banging them in the head. The amounts of thousands of dollars that you could save just by reading books, such as the books that the brother Liquid Theory got on his channel in one of his recent videos. The amount of knowledge you get that, you could do your own affidavits, you could do your own motions, you could do half of that stuff you could do on your own. Period. You could save thousands, at the minimum hundreds of dollars just understanding the basis of that stuff, people. Get off your ass and stop paying these cats, these bar attorneys that don't give a shit about nobody. This money, man. All right? That's what I'm saying. And if our man wants to charge some money, trust me, he's worth every penny. If Rick W's charging you money, which he don't charge a lot for anything, I'm going to tell you, respect to Rick W. Rick W, fantastic information that he's giving out here. All right? YCO Bay, he charges, pay his money. That boy know what he's talking about. Will it work for everybody? No. You know why? Because it ain't meant to work for everybody. Just because you learn karate don't mean you're going to kick everybody's ass. Just because you know how to, just because you got a burner and you know how to pull a trigger don't mean that in a gunfight you're going to win that. You got to practice. You got to put in work. You got to learn how to use that weapon. Okay, that's another thing. Different laws, different jurisdictions require different things. So the thing is this. Different techniques work for different people. If your technique is like Carl Lentz, that's another guy that y'all want to look at. If y'all go out there and look at Lentz and y'all like his technique and that's what works for you, hey, utilize it. I don't like that technique. Going to court arguing with judges and magistrates. I don't like arguing. I don't like controversy. I want to show paperwork. I want to correct the status. I want to rebut the presumptions and tell them, now you prove me wrong. I got this here. This is proof. What you got? I'd rather do paperwork talking. I'm learning to do that. Because I'm the type of person that I was raised up in here in BK, Brooklyn, and I'm about, running up on you and what you going to say, what you got to do, and just punch you in the face. So now I learned the pen is mightier than the sword. Talking to these magistrates, these judges, explaining and sounding all important, guess what? 9 times out of 10, you may be right. They don't care. They're going to take it, toss it to the side, next case. Why? Failure to prove a claim for which relief may be granted. That's the main bullshit they run on you. All right? Yusef L. Look at homeboy. That brother knows a lot of stuff. I'm telling you guys where to go to get a lot of these answers to a lot of the questions that you have. I cannot call all these people. I cannot email and go back and forth with emails with so many people. It's too many people. I helped out maybe 10, 15, men and women with guidance and knowledge and this and that. I do it for free. I didn't charge a solitary penny for this stuff. And if I got to do this full time, or I got to sit here for hours talking to this guy, I'm going to have to charge people. And I don't want to do that. So for anybody that wants to know about child support, I'm telling you what to do. Go to Rick W, go to Osiris, go to Liquid Theory. Go to those 3 guys right there. Those 3 alone, YCO Bay, that's 4. And you're going to get loads of information from them 4 dudes. Without giving them no money, just on their videos. But if you want more help, they could do that for you. Okay? You want to understand real estate, the birth certificate, TDA accounts, you got Harvey Dent. You got Enlightened Luciferian Prince. You got EEON. All right? Those are guys I respect. Those are people I can vouch for in terms of what I've seen them from. I know what they're saying is true because I'm doing it. So I'm not sitting here talking about it. They're already talking about it. So I ain't got to show you nothing and go, oh yeah, do this, do that, and show you. They doing that already. There's people out here showing you how to do UCC ones, showing you how to do SS4 and all that other stuff. I'm not getting into it. They already did that. I'm here to motivate the newbies because I got suckered by Tazadak with his knowledge, because he does got knowledge. He got a lot of knowledge. But remember, the devil comes with scriptures. He could quote scripture too. You know, he's like an angel of light. He looks like he knows everything. He's going to help you. And he might even do some favors for you in the beginning. But down the road, he wants your soul. So at the end of the day, certain people that's in the movement know a lot. They might be incorrect on some important things. And those little 2 or 3 things that they're not right about can create a lot of issues for you down the road. Not only that, they're charging you an arm and a leg. When you can get a lot of this stuff for free. Out here, just look around. Read books. Go to certain websites. Look at freedom.com or Freedom of Liberty. I forgot one of them things. Just put down Freedom and Liberty page. And I'm sure 3 or 4 will open up. And then that leads you to the next thing. Look up how to properly write an affidavit. You'll see things pop up. Look, the knowledge is here. The internet has opened up doors. That's why we know this now, because of the internet. This information was privy to the very rich and the very powerful. They didn't expect us to bump into it. Now we have, okay? And that's creating an issue for them. They're trying to backtrack. They're trying to change the game and trying to change the rules. They can only do so much so fast, because if they did it, they're going to shoot themselves in the legs, because they got to follow those same rules, and they can't keep up with it. You know, how to properly file your IRS forms. You know, how to properly stay in your status as a man when you go into a court venue or a private admiralty court. How to do these things. These things are not simple. There's no one answer for them. But there's things not to do. So you need to know the things not to do, and there's some things that you must do, and the rest is kind of like iffy. You know, and the best way to do it is, like I said, it's like karate. You know, this style might not work. You might be a tiger technique expert. This guy is like palm technique. This guy's the swan technique, whatever. Whatever technique works for you. The better you are at that technique, when you present yourself against your adversary, you're going to be able to fight much better because you're good at that technique. But if you're out there learning too many things, you're doing UCC one stuff from Tazadak, you're doing this from that guy, you're doing that, then it confuses you. And that's what's going on with a lot of this stuff. People are mumbo-jumboing a lot of information into one thing. I, thank God, have found a person who is giving me instructions in one format, one master in one thing. You understand me? Does he know everything? No. He's learning some things too. To a person, to the people that I kick some knowledge to, they think I'm a wizard. Oh, where you learn this? How you know that? Bro, listen, man, I'm nobody, man. I'm just another cog in this machine. But remember one thing. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. That's the key here. So they think of me like I know so much. When I seen Taz, when I seen these people on YouTube that I didn't know nothing about this, or I was like halfway through, they woke me up and I'm like, oh wow, they know so much. In reality, they don't know. Some of them don't know nothing, or know very little, or know pieces of stuff. And I know that they go into other people's channels getting information and saying that they learned it or that they know it. So be careful who you learning a lot of this stuff from, because you might get yourself into some serious financial and legal problems. All right? You must be in your proper status. That is the key word here. Learn what that means. If I got to tell you, you definitely don't know what I'm talking about. That's bad. Be in your proper status before you enter a court venue, before you proceed to sue somebody, especially a state agent. Because if you're not right, they're going to laugh at you. And that's the best thing that can happen. If they really want you, they might hurt you and put a financial penalty on you, or even use your body as a surety because you don't have the money. You know what I mean? Now, we don't want that. I don't want nobody getting locked up, getting their ass beat, etc. Because They trying to go into these courts talking about, Your Honor, I'm a man, I'm standing on my square, and they'll laugh at your ass. Because you got the all caps name. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a dead entity. Free yourself. Become living. Okay? Jesus came that we may get life and get it abundantly, man. A lot of this stuff is spiritual. You know, it's what's above, so below. A lot of that is spiritual. It's a spiritual thing. Understand, this is spiritual. And a lot of it is not spiritual. It's just law and regular stuff that, you know, codes and statutes and all. Stuff that don't apply to us, the living people. Think about it. Code is for computers, man. For passwords. For codes. We don't need codes. All right? But they're going to make you believe that you need a code. And that's why you have to know who you are. All right? I'm hoping that I'm getting to anybody out there. If I get to one person that understand what I'm talking about and at least reconsider things, there's people that say, yo, because of you, you know, I saw you write about this bro or say about this bro or that one. I went to them, they gave me knowledge. Or I didn't go to this guy because I see that he's full of shit. Yo, I'm happy that you got through, that I prevented or I helped you in some way. I'm happy for that. You know what I mean? That's the point. If somebody could have warned me earlier and said, look, don't do this just yet. Take a look at this. Why is this, that, the other? Hey, but it's cool because I learned from the experience. You know, it's like a fight. You get into a fight with somebody in a boxing match and they beat your ass real bad. But you know what? You learned how his technique or her technique is, and now you know. You could take some of that technique, or you could also learn how to defend yourself against that technique. You could train harder, you can get stronger, you can become faster. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do for myself, and I'm trying to motivate others to do the same. Empower yourself to fight. First, you have to believe. You have to believe in your heart that you could even fight. Because if you don't, you look at your enemy and you feel defeated, you're done already. Understand that. If you look at a guy or a girl and you think he's going to beat your ass, he probably is. Because you already got defeated in your mind. The next thing is applying what you know. Now is when the knowledge comes in. Understanding the technique. Staying private. Being a man or woman instead of an individual or a person. Understand what those words mean. Being a natural person, not a piece of paper with a number on it. So I want to just, you know, I hope that I reached out to somebody, man. You know what I mean? I'm not like Rick W. or man Osiris and have, you know, Supreme Court cases and I don't care about all that shit. I'm just not good for that, for looking at these pages and showing y'all. That's what they're there for. They're good at that. And I give them props. Me, I'm good for these motivational talks, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm good for just kicking a couple of little, throw some little gems at somebody and wake up, open the minds, open the eyes a little bit. I ain't no guru. I don't know everything. Not even acting like that. I ain't no holy roller, like I said. I talk about Jesus. That's who I believe and serve. And I'm not perfect by no means. I got a lot of things to change. But I'm going to tell you what. If any one of y'all out there think y'all going to run up on a bro and talk shit and think I'm going to sit back and not respond, you can kiss my ass. Just like I tell a lot of people in this life, in real life. You can kiss my ass. All right? I ain't going to hold back my tongue. I can't do that. You slap me in one cheek, I turn the other. I'm trying to get there, but I ain't there yet. So when you try to slap me in the cheek, I'm going to hit you with a 2x4. Go ahead and try. Go ahead and try that shit. Go ahead and try to put your stupid comments over here. Think I'm going to be like, yeah, all right. I'm going to be cool about it because, you know, it's cool. I let it roll off the shoulders, but I'm going to respond intellectually, logically, and tactically. You know what I'm saying? But we can't always be like that. You catch a brother sideways on the wrong day, even the nicest guy, Mother Teresa, going to lose her cool. You know, it depends. All I'm saying is, come over here, tread lightly on my channel, man. All right? Because everybody's a phone thug. Everybody's a, you know, Facebook thugs and YouTube thugs and tough and rough out there on YouTube land. You know, hiding behind the scenes. They don't even show their face. They don't even show their faces. They're talking behind, you know, typing numbers and words. oh yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a punk. Or, yeah, it's easier to say that when you're typing it. Why don't you come see me? Like I tell you about, anybody that really want to see me, for whatever reason, you want to really learn some of it, or you want to just, I don't know, you got a problem, yo, or you think I'm bullshitting about something, or lying, yo, you come and show me what you're talking about, okay? You don't like something I'm saying, don't look at the channel, man, real. I don't like Burger King, let's say. I don't go inside Burger King. I'm going to talk about Burger King all day. Oh, Burger King this, that burgers ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. You don't like them, don't eat them, and don't walk in the store. That's all. Ain't no more need be said. All right? So anyhow, sorry I couldn't respond to a lot of people personally on emails and phone numbers because I've been traveling a lot. And I've been working, and I want my downtime, man. And it's hard to, call people and deal with them on the phone for an hour or two and emailing back and forth sometimes. It really is. It takes a lot of time. Rick W., he talks about that a lot. And I feel his pain. I ain't nowhere near. I could imagine. He says he gets 100 plus emails a day. You crazy? Yo, I could not do that shit, man. Props to Rick W. What? Anyway, yo, peace and love to everybody. Keep your heads up. Study the UCC laws and the statutes that they got, their codes. Study books that Liquid Theory talks about. Understand the word, the verbiage. What is a person? What is an individual? What is a consumer? What does Article 1-308 really mean? What does UCC 9 mean? What does UCC 3 mean? What does this stuff cover? What is in child support terminology? What is a custodial parent? What is really in the illegal terminology? Look these things up in Black's Law and Bovier's. Spend a little money, man. Buy some of these books. Spend a little money. Talk to Wasil. Talk to Rick. Talk to Amen. Talk to Liquid Theory. Hit enlightened Luciferian Prince. Say, yo, Prince, I gotta talk to you. Even if I gotta hit you up with a couple of dollars for an hour or two, dog. I need some knowledge. Help me. Cause it's too much, man. Yo, Luciferian Prince, I want to shout you out, man. You gave me a lot of heads up on a lot of things, man. Harvey Dent. Doing your thing, man. Props to you. You feel me? And by the way, I don't agree again with everything that these brothers all believe in and say, but they got a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And Harvey, you came in my channel and you said a little statement about if the man paid me, what's the problem? He didn't pay me. He paid me for a phone call. He didn't pay me for the package. Had he paid me, we'd be squared. There's nothing more to talk about. But he didn't pay me. That's why I came on here after trying to call his ass and email his ass 100 different ways, and the man was just on his bullshit. That's why I said I'm making a video, and that's when I got into videos, because I never before that had made a video about anything, because I'm a private person. I try to keep shit to the private level. I don't put shit nowhere, private pictures or nothing like that anywhere, because I don't want people to know me like that. So this is as much as I'm coming out of that privacy, you want to call it that. But what I'm saying is, he didn't compensate me appropriately. He didn't even try, because he's a fraud. And I know he's looking at your channel and taking your shit, your knowledge, and trying to act like he's, I see where he's going, bro. He likes to go in people's channels and learn shit and say, oh yeah, I'm talking to him and I learned this, or I came up with this now. And he's getting thrown out of groups left and right for that same reason. All right? Every person will be exposed for their deeds, man. People that do evil, yo, your day will come. You will be exposed. And I'm not going to sit here quiet with a person that defrauded me and act like the dude is cool. He's not. Does he know shit? Yeah, he knows a lot of shit. Maybe he helped some people out, but he didn't do that for me. That's what I'm saying, dogs. Just like how you come out and you record stuff and, you came out and you spit truth, that's what I'm doing. I'm spitting the honest truth on my end of it. Peace and love to everybody else. That's all I can say. And with that being said, look, I had enough ranting and raving about that. And if you live in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and you want to get up, then you can holler. If you're too far, listen, I can't help you, man. We can only do a phone call. We can only do, the basics. I can't. It's too much going on here, man. It's even hard to get in touch with some of the people that live nearby that want me to talk to me about different things, what they should do. All right. So anyhow, let me just cut this short right now. All right. Peace and love to y'all. Thank you for listening. I hope I helped somebody out there, and have a good night. One.